Hi, Mike Ashley. Hey, mate, it's Aussie Villain. How you doing? Good, thanks, mate. Good. Listen, I'm after a little bit of advice here, if I can, from you. I'm copping a lot of hate because I'm only paying one of my players £5 a week. That's right, he's part-time. He's 19. If anything, I'm overpaying him. That's what I thought, mate. That's what I thought. So I'm in the clear. Brilliant, mate. If anybody would know, it was you. Okay, haha, yeah, you too, mate. Take care. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 3 of Bala Town, the impossible dream, our bid to win the Champions League with this tiny club as it is right now, certainly on the stage of world football. But before we get to today's episode where we have a top-of-the-table clash versus Barry Town before we face Carmarthen Town as well in the league, let's have a quick look back at what's happened since last episode, starting with our league fixture against Aberystwyth Town. The only goal of this one was an own goal at the end of a goal-mouth scramble. So there we go, not a classic. We did try the 5-3-2 formation in this one. It didn't particularly work. It looked like we were controlling the game from the highlights that we saw, but we didn't really create anything, to be honest. So not a classic by any means, quickly forgettable, but 3 more points, so we'll take it. Next up, we played Gap Connor Key. There's a good team. They're up there in the league as well. Henry Jones gave us the lead midway through the first half, smashing a volley in from the edge of the area. And he doubled our lead on the stroke of half-time with a header. Morris's save wasn't enough to keep the clean sheet, but we held on for an important win. This was a really, really good first half performance. What a goal from Henry Jones as well, and then we really let them back into it second half, but we hung on for the points, so that was a really, really important 3 points, a massive result, because at the time they were actually second. Well, they were joint top with us perhaps, but they're right up there in the league, so a really, really good performance. The final game to catch you up on was our Welsh League Cup third round tie against Sefton Druids. We fell behind just before half time from the spot, before capping off a poor performance, conceding from a set piece. So there we go, the defeat. We were really, really poor in this one. We rotated heavily. We were starting to get some match-fatigued players. So the likes of Valentine got a first game, Stevens, Edwards on the right, Pearson. We were poor. We were just so poor in this one. We can have no complaints with going out, which it was a real shame. To be honest, the new goalkeeper got a game. He did fine. He didn't sort of do anything wrong or right, particularly. So there we go. That was the end of our run in the Welsh League Cup, but these things happen. Have a quick glance at what all that means for the league table. We are top, and you can see it is Barry Town that is there, 3 points back. So they do have the ability to join us on top of the table. Actually, if they were to win, they'd probably go actually top on goal difference, because only a +2 difference there. And you can see there, Connors Key are right up there as well, as is Carmarthen Town, who was our second game today. So big episode, big games. The New Saints continue to struggle, but they are just starting to find their form a little bit, which is slightly worrying. But we've still got that 9-point gap for now. Anyway, guys, let's have a look at the team that we are sending out to face Barry Town here. If we just quickly go back, you will see that they are the favourites for this one, which is outrageous. They're a Gavin Chesterfield coach team. Now, one thing we do have now is a data analyst, which will help us massively. But the scout report here, they're in an adventurous standard playing style. And if we do look now at our analysis report, we can see we're expecting them to play in this sort of formation. Positional heat map, they do like to attack down the wings. They're a little bit narrow defensively, though, so we'll try and get down at down their wings as well. Passing network there, and their key passes, lots and lots of key passes in their game against Airbus, which they did win quite comfortably in the end. So this is the team that we are sending out, and it is Morris in goal, it's Horwood, it's Spittle, Stuart Jones, and Williams, the youngster, who apparently £5 a week is absolutely fine to be paying them, according to Superman Mike Ashley, who, if anyone knows the employment law, it's him. Burke as a ball-winning midfielder in there. It's Molyneux, Grosset, Henry Jones, and Leslie as the midfield. It's Hayes going up top. Now, we do have some match fatigueness setting in. We've been able to rest Kelly, but Henry Jones and Grosset are both match fatigued, but we really, really need them. Venables is still a few weeks away yet, so when he comes back, that will give us more of a chance to rotate. But as things stand right now, yeah, we really, really need those two. They're sort of at the heartbeat of the team. We must have an improvement from last outing. Yes, we must. Where's that team talk? I'm expecting to see a much better performance today. Yep, that's what we want to say. Some calm, we have faith. We do believe you can do it, boys. But I'll tell you what. I'm glad you guys missed that because we couldn't be any worse. We were really, really bad. As I said, yes, it was a rotated team, but it was sort of the performance we've been threatening for a little while where we just looked horrid. Now, this is not what we need early doors. Oh, it's a decent save. He's offside. Got away with one there. Finley Wood with the disallowed goal. Looked a decent save from Morris the first time around. I tell you, it's the guy on the other side, I think, that's offside. So they're a little bit unlucky on that one. That arguably should have stood in my... Well, I mean, it's a biased opinion, but I'm being nice to them. Come on, Leslie, stick with it, mate. Can we win that ball back? No, not quite. They lump one over the top. Reese is in, and it's a good save from Morris. Well done, mate. Already signs here. This isn't particularly working for us, isn't there? Let's drop this line back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the real problem that we're having is with only being part-time and really limited training sessions, and we're playing actually a lot of games, and the games we're playing are on training days. So we're not really doing, any training. It's a good ball from Molyneux. We're not doing any training some weeks. So it's really difficult to work on the things that need to be worked on, like, creating chances, finishing chances, defending set pieces we could do with a bit of work on as well, to be honest. Molyneux, you could see what he was going for there, but it hasn't quite worked. They've looked to hit us on the break, and they're looking to hit us on the break quickly here. Can we get a tackle in? It's a decent ball to the back post, and we're 1-0 down. Ricardo Rees. And it's all going a little bit wrong for us just this last little while. We're struggling to put chances away. We're struggling a little bit defensively just of late. We're starting to concede a few goals as well, which isn't ideal. And I honestly just think a big part of it is just not, we don't train. I'll try and remember to show you the training schedule at the end of this. It's non-existent. So after this, I think we do start to settle down a little bit. Our centre-backs have gone off the boil like you would not believe. Decent save there from Morris. We've got three of them, and none of them are playing particularly well right now. Here we go with a set piece. It's Grosset. Decent ball in. Oh, he's stuck at offside again. Get out. Not again, but, it's our first offside. But, it is offside too, isn't it? Which is really annoying because we can't blame the referee if it's right. Come on. Borges looks like he's picked up a little bit of a knock there, perhaps. I'm wondering if this formation is maybe not quite working. We don't have too many options until Venables gets back. And then I think what we might look to do is maybe play two number 10s in behind a striker. That looked a lungy tackle. Here we go with Jones, though. Has he got a finish for us? No, he hasn't. Partly when match fatigue players, they tend not to play well. So some of that could be fatigue. We've got another chance here. He's got... Run the length of the field again. Go on, Henry. He goes past his man, does he? What is that? A little bit of composure, please, guys. Think about what you're doing. Let's go back to being more disciplined here. And let's just try and just keep possession for a little bit here, please, boys. Come on. Look at that. Spittle again, only playing a 6.3. Williams only playing a 6.2 in defence. Nobody is playing particularly well. And you could make an argument from that we've essentially done really well until we get to shooting, and then it's just an absolute crap show. What do we say? It was disappointing. I'm going to say unlucky. But I am going to tell a few people here that need to do better, that we need to see a little bit more from them. I've been talking individually, having individual talks with the players, trying to get them lifted, improving their performances back to how we were kind of when we first took over. But it's really, you can see there that no one's listening to me anymore. Molyneux's apprehensive. Somebody else in there is nervous. That looks like an apprehensive, nervous pass, to be honest. Morris picks it up, and are we going to do something silly here, I wonder? Jones brings the ball out of defence. Nicely there for Grosset. Grosset looks for Molyneux. All right, can we get something going here, boys? Back for Grosset. He goes early for Hayes. He might have been offside. Can he finish? No, he can't. And it's not even going to be a corner. Come on, boys. Get creative. Grosset's looking apprehensive. Molyneux with the corner in. Is it a penalty in there somewhere? No, it's not. Hayes back in there for Spittle. And Johnny Spittle, second goal of the season, ties it up for us. And almost out of nothing there, we've managed to get ourselves back on level terms. Let's demand a bit more. It wasn't the best header, was it? But Hayes did really well. Retrieve possession, ball back in for Spittle, and he couldn't really miss, could he? Centre back or not, you'd be really disappointed if he didn't stick that away. Our right back is having an absolute nightmare. Let's take him off. Let's bring Mendes on, who can play there and play there quite well. Molyneux is not having a great day. There was a suggestion from Mark for a right winger. I haven't looked at him yet, mate, just basically because what's happened there? Well, it's outside the transfer window, so we can't scout in England yet anyway. I think it was a Cardiff player, and what is that from Morris in goal? Is that the sign that we were waiting for to give Preston the starting berth? It's not great, is it? It's a good free kick to get it on target from there. Show some passion, boys. Come on, we did so well to get back on level terms, and it's all gone a little bit wrong again. Let's go attacking. I don't have midfielders to bring on. Let's take it off, exploit the flanks. Let's maybe go to counter press. Let's get stuck in as well. I've got to try and get ourselves yet again back in this game. We've got another corner to defend here. Let's get it away. We do. Can we get a secondary? No. It's going to go back in again, isn't it? Can we... Oh. We look all at sea. This is a horrible performance from Bala Town. Top of the table clash. Yes, it's away from home, but it's all gone a little bit wrong here, hasn't it? Do we tell them to concentrate? What do we do? We've got a lot of rethinking to do here. I'm wondering if this formation is kind of... We've seen the best of it. Let's look. Let's raise our tempo and maybe just go slightly more direct. See if we get any sort of benefit from doing that. What else can we do? What else can we do? Leslie's having an absolute nightmare. All right, so let's bring Valentine on and let's stick Horwood a little bit further forward. See if that makes any difference. Yeah, I don't know what else we can do, to be honest. Another corner to defend. And just about done it there. But again, we're going to have a second ball. This is where we've been letting ourselves down. Burke's done really well there. It's about time he does something useful. Lumps it forward. There we go. There's the Burke we know and love. That's that sort of more direct passing, though, isn't it? I don't think that's going to help our cause. Come on, boys. Oh, they're passing it around us for fun. Come on. Just break a leg or something. Come on, guys. Win the ball back. Make it look like you care. Come on, win that. Hayes, come on, somebody. They've lumped it over our heads again. And there it is. We're getting ripped to shreds. Absolutely destroyed. Let's hit early crosses, see if that makes any difference. This has been a really, really bad performance, hasn't it? I don't know what to do. This is the horrible thing here. I don't know what to do to fix this now. It's going to be aggressive. It's going to be that, and on we go. So we lose top spot. Our unbeaten run is absolutely... It's not snapped. It's just crushed, isn't it? That is... We don't need... Well, probably what we don't need to do is overreact. Yes, it was a horrible performance, but we're still joint top. Our goal difference has taken a bit of a hit, and we've boosted theirs, which is disappointing as well. What we probably don't need to do is massively overreact here, but we do have another big game coming up now against Carmarthen Town. We've got to be better in that, don't we? Okay, welcome back, and there is breaking news. We have signed a current international. We've signed Romário and Vieira, all in one. Romário Vieira has joined us. He's a B-plus rated player. We're paying him £170 a week, which is good. Star player, which is, I think, exactly what he's going to be. He is the brother, I believe, of Ronaldo Vieira, who was at Leeds for a while. Yeah. But a very, very good midfield option here for us. This is essentially, I think, the end of Nathan Burke, unfortunately for him. He can play, well, you can see there, he can play deeper or sort of up more in midfield. It's another option we have in midfield. He's a decent passer, good technique. Mentally, physically, he's quite good as well. And he's not done developing yet. Only 21. He's a Guinea-Bissau Guinean. So yeah, I think we've done really, really well there. We'll put him on the bench for this one. He did play. We had him on trial, and he did play the under youth team game or whatever it is, under 18s, under 19s. But we've signed a player from Leeds United, kind of, just sort of a year and a half later. But I think, let me know what you think in the comments. I think he could be a really, really nice pickup for us. He's got all the attributes of a good ball-winning midfielder there as well. Perhaps not the marking. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's a really, really good signing. But we're not here to look at signings. We are here to revenge that horrible performance against Barry Town with a better performance here against Carmarthen Town. You can see the league table there. Barry has already played. They've already won. Worryingly for us, the New Saints, they've already played. They have already won as well. So this is an important game to make sure that we sort of consolidate our spot on top of the table. Now, they are a Denny Thomas coach team. They're a very cautious, standard playing style. If we have a look at our new analysis report here, we can see we're expecting them to come out in the good old 4-4-2. They like to go down the wings. The goalkeeper likes to stuff around with it. We'll be trying to stop both those things from happening. There's their passing networks. You can see it's all down the wings, isn't it? They distribute goalkeeper out, and then they just kind of play amongst themselves out there. There's their key passes from their game against Airbus. A lot of key passes in there. So we've got to keep our eyes open for that. This is the team we're sending out. I've avoided sort of playing around with the formation. What I have done is sort of changed a few players, a few positions, and it's almost, it can't go much worse, can it? So we're going to stick Preston in goal for this one. He has now his current ability, and he's basically overtaken Morris now. So that was all I needed, just basically to, not that Morris has done anything wrong, but I think the time may have come. So we'll give Preston a game here. Valentine's going to come in. He's old. He's 37, but we need something to change. So we're going to give him a go. He's got good determination, mentally, leadership as well. I'm hoping he'll do a good job for us out there. Spittle and Kelly comes in to play centre defence with him. We're going to stick with Williams. I was going to drop him, but he's young. He's improving. So sort of long term, I think we do need to make sure we're giving him games. Stevens is going to come in. He's going to start this one in place of Burke. Burke's been shocking, so we're going to give Stevens the game as an anchor man instead of as a ball-winning midfielder. Molyneux, we experimented with a winger last time out. We're going back to the inverted winger with Grosset playing box-to-box with Henry Jones and Horwood stepping forward as a more attacking player. Hayes, will continue with him as the pressing forward. You can see here, he's pretty much, him and Jones are the only two, their last 5 games have been anything resembling decent form. So we'll stick with him up top. So here we go. They are playing 4-4-2 as expected. We're at home. So let's hope. I mean, as I said, it can't go any worse. That was just absolutely disgraceful. We're the favourites for a reason. Just go out there, relax, boys. Just go out there, relax. The result will come, hopefully. But let's just go out there and relax. We will hopefully get Romário Vieira on the field at some point. Just because he did play that youth game, so we could have a look at him to see, if he was someone we wanted to sign. He's not really fit to go for 90 minutes in this one, but I'm trying to have renewed faith that we'll get back to our best. I didn't show you training, did I? We did have a full week of training this week, so we've worked on defensive stuff. So hopefully we'll see an improvement from that. And let's say with the two midfielders not being match fatigued now, hopefully we'll see a little bit better performance from them as well. There's a good ball out there for Horwood. Can he get across into the box? He's gone for Jones instead. It's been picked off, and we win the header there with Kelly, but it looks like eventually it is going to fall to Carmarthen Town. What can we do here now? Remember your training, boys. Defensive. Keep your shape. Keep your shape. Don't let them run past you. Can we get to that? Jones, he's done well. Just couldn't quite come out with the ball there in that challenge. We start to get a little bit concerned at this point, don't we? It's Valentine. Oh, what a tackle. It still hasn't been cleared. Oh, it's gone just past the post. Good tackle there from Valentine, though, was it? That's what we need from. Here we go. Grosset with a free kick. It's there. Back goes off the crossbar, and Mike Hayes sticks it away. His 3rd of the season, and we're back in front. Well, not back in front, but we're in front in the game. It seems like it's been a long time since that's the case. And a little bit unlucky with the first header there from Horwood, but Hayes was there to stick away the rebound, and that's 1-0. Come on, boys. Let's demand a bit more of this. This is more like it. Come on. We're not quite dominating possession, but we're limiting what they're doing. And that's progress, isn't it? Come on, boys. Let's keep demanding more here. Work to do defending the corner. Away. We do get it away. Again, it's away. The one sort of thing that's a bit frustrating with can we get to that? Molyneux's there. He's beaten his man as well. Now, is there any support? It doesn't look like there is. He's going to cut and field on his left foot. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, Molyneux. The goal was gaping. It was going to be a wonderful solo effort. And the less said about the finish, the better. But there we go. We're 1-0 up at half-time. That's more like it. Let's give it an assertive. Do not get complacent out there, boys. Valentine's actually not having a good game. He had that one tackle, but that's pretty much it. We've got a stressed-out looking Grosset. Mate, just relax. Jesus, come on. I should have just told him he was rubbish. Alright, we've got Henry Jones. More from you, please, mate. I mean, we haven't been great, have we? We've scored from a set piece, so it's not been great free-flowing football. We can work on that. I'd be happy with a clean sheet. I mean, obviously now a clean sheet means we win. I'd be very happy with that. But if we can get out of this with a clean sheet, show that our defensive training has worked, we're going to bring Vieira on for Grosset, who has just not improved. Now, he can play box-to-box, can't he? Yes, he can. So we'll get our first look at the new boy. I'm excited to see what he can bring. He's actually going away on international duty after this game, so he won't be around for the next game. But that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully Grosset will capture a little bit of form, or recapture a little bit of form. It's just I'm not really sure what's happened to us, because we were looking really good early on. Preston's there, makes the claim, nicely done. His first league start, of course, as well. Yeah, I don't really understand what's happened to us. Ugh, it's poor, isn't it? It's just poor. There we go. All right, Williams brings it down. The youngster, what can he do? Goes back to Kelly. That's fine, boys. Keep possession. I'm okay with this. Williams looks forward. He's found Hayes. He's found his run perfectly. Can Hayes get a second? Yes, he can. It's 2-0. Oh, and the relief just floods through my body. Fourth goal of the year for him. The youngster, Ryden Williams, with a good ball through for the assist. Justifying his selection. That looks like outside of the foot. Surely not. And look at this from Hayes. Keeper's out of position. It's a decent finish. Maybe just a little bit lower next time. Don't flirt with the crossbar quite so much. But this is much more like it. Let's give them some praise. Is there anybody else we want to bring off the bench? Suddenly we're looking like a decent team again, aren't we? We've got a complacent looking Stevens. Mate, you are in no way a first team regular enough to be able to look complacent out there, mate. You're playing in place of club captain for a start, so you really want to be making sure you're impressing. There's a good header from Spittle. Hallwood's there. He's in. Can we find Hayes for the Hallwood? What is that? We might do some shooting training, I think, if we get some time in trainings. But there we go. It's a 2-0 win. It was a much better performance. We get our international underway as well. Yeah, let's, what do we say with that? Don't get complete. No, I'm gonna give him a bit of praise. Oh, that was good. Quality of possession provides the victory. Vieira makes his professional debut, so congratulations to him. Hayes, an absolute star up there, putting away his 2 chances. We can see dynamics. The dressing room was getting a little bit deflated, but that win has helped kick us up a little bit. The other thing I wanted to show you was training, so you can see just how little we really are doing. If we go back to the month that I can't go back, can I? That is much more like it. We had maybe one sort of training day a week, but with this we can work on things with our 4 sessions a week. We will be working on finishing. I'll play around with it off camera, but yeah, we're definitely going to need to be a little bit better. We've got a free week there completely. Look at that, and we're not going to rest. It's like, guys, you've worked really hard so far this week with your days off. We're going to rest. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. The first game was a disaster. The second game, we recaptured things nicely. Quick glance at the league table there. We're not back top, but we're joint. And that's all we can really ask for after that first performance, isn't it? We will be back next time. I think we'll come back. It's New Saints away. Hopefully we're in better form. And then we'll do the Welsh Cup 3rd round, whoever that may be against. We'll find out closer to it, won't we? And then, of course, we're getting back in now towards the January transfer window where we don't really have money to spend anyway. We're signing free transfers, which, as you've seen with Romário Vieira, we can play at any time. So yeah, leave me your feedback, guys. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain. Take care.